Good morning, friends, and welcome to this webinar on cloud computing. Okay, see, this is a live session. We know this very well, and the session is recorded actually. Recording is started already. So once we finish this session, the recordings will be provided to you. Okay, so you can take the best advantage of live session by, making the session more interactive. Okay, so while we move into the session, or whatever doubts you have, whatever questions you have regarding cloud computing, you have the best opportunity to clear each and every doubt or each and every question. Okay, there is a chat box here. Just try to send a message in the chat box, right? Again, I'm sending a message there. I just say hi there. So use the chat box to send your queries or doubts or whatever. Okay, and in case if you want to talk to me directly, you can simply unmute yourself and you can talk to me directly. Fine. So the session is recorded till the end of our course. Each and every session will be recorded, and till the end of our course, the chat box will be always open. So you have the opportunity to clear every doubt at that moment on. Okay, friends. So let us begin our session now. What is cloud computing? Let me just introduce myself first. See, I'm Shakeel here. I have 14 plus years of experience. Okay. I started my career way back in 2007, actually, on Windows Server Administration and on network administration. You know, in network administration, we have something called CCNA, CCNP, and CCIE. And coming to the Windows Server Administration, there was a course, there is still a course called MCSE and MCSA. Okay, so still they are available. And then, 13-14 years is a huge time, right? So you cannot simply stuck to Windows Server or maybe like network administration. You have to learn many things to gain more knowledge or to get more opportunities. So after 2007-8, I started learning Linux administration. Okay, Red Hat Linux. Then security. Security means that is related to your firewall. Okay, and then later on, I went with the virtualization. I have trained many people on virtualization. In virtualization, we have something called VMware. And there are many more other courses available like Hyper-V and Citrix and all those things. But the technology is your virtualization technology. Then from last 5 years or 6 years, I am on this cloud computing. Okay, so this is my experience. Working and training experience all includes here. So started the career as a Windows Server administrator, and then as of now, I'm on this cloud computing. Okay, friends. Now, cloud computing is not a very new technology, a very new process. Actually, cloud computing is something that is related to Windows servers, network administration, Linux administration, security, virtualization. Everything comes under cloud computing, my friend. It's not a latest or a very new technology. Cloud computing is there for many years, but for last 3-4 years, it became more famous. Our company started using more cloud services. There are certain reasons why suddenly, companies started using more cloud computing. Why companies started using more cloud services. We'll come to those reasons when we move into our session. But as of now, cloud is not a very latest technology. It is there for many years now. Okay. Amazon people, they started providing cloud services from the year 2006. So see, when I started learning my Windows Server administration, before I started learning my Windows Server administration as a fresher way back in 2007, already cloud computing services were started by Amazon. Got it? Now, before 2006 also, there were some cloud services available. Actually, everyone here, we are using cloud for many years. I started learning about computer networks and computer technologies in 2006, 2007. But in the year 2004, I created my Gmail account, my mail account. 2004, accessing internet and creating a mail account was a big thing. 2004, we know how many computers were there and how much was the internet speed and all those things, right? Hardly we used to see computers in our homes. 90 to 95% cases, we used to access computers either in college, school, or maybe in office, or maybe in internet cafes. That was the time around 19 years before. Okay. See, in 2004, I created my Gmail account, my mail account. My friend, without having any knowledge of Windows or Linux or virtualization or security, or without knowing anything about this cloud computing, actually, in the year 2004 itself, I started using cloud. I repeat, without having any idea about cloud computing or anything about cloud, in 2004, when I created my Gmail account, back then only I started using the cloud services. So what is cloud services? The cloud services means the data, instead of keeping in our machine, you keep data at some other machine. That is called cloud. The application that you are running in your machine, instead of running application in your machine, you're running application at some other machine. That is a cloud. For example, a very simple example. See, I have a file here. The file name is IP address. What is the file name? The file name is IP address. Okay. Now see here, friends, where is the file located? The file is located in my physical machine, isn't it? It is located in my computer. What I can do here is I can simply go to this Google Drive. See, everyone knows what is a Google Drive here, right? Whenever you create your Gmail account, you have a Google Drive available there. Okay, so I have a Google Drive, and what I can do in this Google Drive, I can simply upload my file. Let's see how to upload. I just right click. I'm just saying file upload there. I'll go to desktop here, and this is my file. Where is the file? See, IP address. I just say open. So I have just uploaded my file in the Google Drive. From my local machine, I have uploaded into the Google server. Now what it means here, it means my file, okay, it is also available in my local machine also, but now it is also available in Google Drive. So where is the Google Drive? Is it located in my home or in my building here? No, it is not available with me, right? Where is the Google Drive? Google Drive is located at the Google data center, at the Google company. Where is the Google data center? It can be somewhere in Singapore or Bangalore or USA or Dubai or Australia, wherever it is located. I have no idea. So my file is uploaded in the Google Drive. Now I can access this file from any location without any issue, without any problem. I can access this file from any location. So this concept is actually a cloud concept. Instead of keeping your information at your location or at your server or at your computer, you can keep the particular file on some other server so that we can access a particular file at any time from any location. See, as of now, I am sitting in Hyderabad, India. Suppose imagine tomorrow I am in Dubai. Can I get this IP address file in Dubai? So this is my desktop machine actually. Can I carry my desktop machine to Dubai? That's not so easy, right? But I can go to Dubai. Can I access Google server in Dubai? Of course, I can Google server. Okay. Once you access your Google account, then you can access your IP address file. That's it, friend. So this is your cloud. This is the advantage of cloud. Okay, that's a very simple example because we know what is a file and we know what is a Google Drive. So I have just started with this example. Now let's try to go and see more technical examples or much better examples now to understand what is cloud computing. Okay. Like I said, the chat box is always open here, friends. So feel free to send your questions. Feel free to clear each and every doubt. This is a live session and this session is recorded here. And once you finish the class, the session will be shared with all of you. Okay. Just a second, friends. I just want to change some settings here. Okay, fine. Let us continue now. So see here friends, what is the best way of understanding cloud computing? Let us say, see, whenever we access internet, what we do over the internet, friends, we connect to applications and services, right? What are these applications and services? Like you said, google.com, that is a website, okay? Or you can simply go and access flipkart.com, that is again a website, okay? Or you can go and access Zomato or Swiggy, that is a food delivering app. Or you can access Ola or Uber, that is your cab booking app. You can access your WhatsApp, that is, chatting messenger. Okay, there are many different applications available. Now, the big question that we need to address here is, where exactly are these applications running? Whenever you connect to any machine over the internet, whenever you connect to any website or any application over the internet, the question here is, where is that application running? Take example of your mobile phone. On mobile phone, how many applications you have as of now? There are like 20-30 applications easily available. Like say Facebook is available, Instagram is available, WhatsApp, okay, maybe Telegram, and Phone Pay or Google Pay, maybe Hotstar or Geo, okay, or you may have something called, let's say, go to meeting application. So there are many applications available. So the big question that we need to address now is, where exactly are these applications running? Now, these applications are running in a server operating system. Let me just arrange everything clearly. So there are different layers here. This is layer 1. This is layer 2. And this is the layer 3. So application is running here. So when I say application, it can be any application, my friend. It can be some gaming application, some banking application, chatting application, whatever we connect over the internet, everything comes under application. So where are these applications running here? The applications running on top of your operating system. This operating system is actually server operating system. Which operating system? Server operating system. And listen, my friends, server operating system can be either Windows Server operating system or Linux Server operating system. See, in coming classes, we will try to go with Windows Server operating system and Linux Server operating system. We will see some very basics about the servers. Because, to learn cloud computing, you must have some basic idea of Windows servers and Linux servers. So I'll take some sessions there on Windows and Linux servers. Okay. Anyhow, so you need to have a Windows Server operating system and a Linux or a Linux Server operating system. So once you have a Windows Server OS and a Linux Server OS, you can run your application. So imagine this application is your, let's say, flipkart.com. It is running on Windows or Linux. Let's say this application is Ola or Uber. It is running on Windows Server or Linux server. Let's say this application is Phone Pay or Google Pay. It is running on Windows Server or Linux server. Got it? Every application across the globe is running on either a Windows server or a Linux server. Now listen carefully, please. Where exactly is this server operating system running? If you take the example of your machine, you have Windows 10 or Windows 11 running in your machine, in your laptop or a desktop. So where exactly it is running? It is running on top of your hardware, right? Without a hardware, can we have any operating system installed or any application installed? No. So the base level here is hardware. So this is the whole story, my friend. See, we have hardware. On top of this hardware, one is hardware. On top of this hardware, this server operating system is running. And on top of this server operating system, whatever application is available over the internet, that application is running there. Okay. And as a user, I'm sitting here, I'm connecting to this application. I just need to connect to this application. I don't care what is there under this application, which operating system is there or which hardware is running there. I don't need to worry about all these things. I just need to connect to this application. Now, who should take care of the operating system and the hardware here? The company should take care of the operating system and the hardware. For example, you connected to flipkart.com. you're doing some shopping there, you're ordering something there. So Flipkart people are worried about this server operating system and this server hardware. So particular company should worry about that. Okay. Anyhow, we'll come to that later. So as of now, see here, this is the way a application is running across the globe on any machine. Any sort of application, like I said, you email application, okay, messaging application, food delivering applications, cab booking applications, banking applications, okay, any website, any e-commerce websites, any gaming application, whatever you connect over the internet, to whatever website you connect over the internet, they are working in this way. Application is working on server operating system, and server operating system is installed on the hardware, a server hardware. Now, when I say hardware, when I say server hardware, or when I just say hardware, what exactly comes in your mind here? See, if I say hardware is like your, let's say CPU, RAM, storage. This is what you think about hardware, right? There is a CPU, there is a RAM, there is a storage. What is CPU? CPU is your processor. Like we normally call it as i3 processor, i5, i7. These are the generations and families available. RAM is what? RAM can be like, 16 GB RAM, 24 GB RAM. RAM is a device where the temporary data will be stored. And what is a storage? Storage is your hard disk where the data is stored permanently. So these are the three major components we have in our computer, as well as these are the three major components we have in our server. So when I talk about a computer or laptop hardware, I have a CPU, I have a RAM, I have a storage. And when I talk about a server hardware, I have a CPU, I have a RAM, I have a storage. Now listen, let's try to analyze our computer and server. Let us try to see some similarities and some differences. One similarity or some similarities are CPU is there in computer, RAM is there in computer, storage is there in computer, and the same devices are available in server. But the difference here is, so can I show you my configuration actually? My computer configuration. So if I just right click on my PC, if I go to properties here, see, I'm using i5 processor, and this is the speed of the processor. And how much GB RAM I have here? 16 GB RAM. That means my configuration is pretty, good, pretty healthy. And which operating system I'm using? Windows 10 Professional. This is your client operating system. So these are the details of my machine. i5 processor, 16 GB RAM, and Windows 10 operating system, and hard disk is 1 TB actually. So this is a very healthy configuration for a computer. But my friend, for a server, this configuration is nothing in a way. 16 GB RAM in a server is very less. One processor in a server is very less. Okay. You want to see the differences here? Now you can see the differences clearly. What you see on left side of your screen is your computer motherboard. And what you see on right side of your screen is your server motherboard. See friends, how many processors you can see in a computer motherboard? There is only one processor there, isn't it? There is only one processor available there. But how many processors you can see on right side of your motherboard? There are totally 4 processors available. That means server is a machine that has more hardware capabilities. Server is a machine that has more hardware capacity and more hardware speed. But why do we need a server with 4 processors first of all? The reason is, if you go with your computer, how many people are connected to your computer? Only one person is connected at a time, right? I am connected to my computer, and let us say you are connected to your computer. Only one person is connected to one computer at a time. But on a server, how many people are connected to server? There are some hundreds and thousands and lakhs and millions of people are connected to server. See here, friends, I just connected to google.com here. So google.com is application that is running somewhere on a server, right? Now, can I say I am the only person who is connected to google.com as of now? If I say like that, that will be a big lie here, right? That's not true. I'm not the only person who is connected here, my friend. Just imagine within a city like Hyderabad, how many people are connected to this Google server. Easily the number will be in some lakhs of people are connected to this Google server as of now. So how much hardware should be there? because if there is more hardware, more connections can be established, and more connections will work properly. So it depends on your hardware capabilities also. For example, if you take a bike, or let's say if you take a car, how many people can travel in car? Let's say 5 people can travel comfortable, right? But if you go with a bus, can I say 50 people can travel? So what is the difference here? The hardware of your bus is much bigger than the hardware of your car. The size and the seats and all these things are much more in bus compared to the car. So if there are more people traveling, then we have to go with a bus. Okay. So this hardware is a very costly device. Server hardwares are very, very costly. Okay, let us try to understand from where we can take server hardware. I can take server hardware from a company from where I have taken my laptop. Like, can you name some companies here? IBM, Dell, HP, Lenovo, Toshiba. Okay, whatever other companies which you have seen in the laptops, the same companies are there which are manufacturing our servers. We have IBM server, we have Dell server, we have HP server, Lenovo server, Toshiba server. All the servers are available. Okay, let us check it once. I'll go to the browser and let's say IBM servers. So once I say IBM servers, see here, it is showing me some servers here. There is a Dell server here. There is one more Dell server here. There is a IBM server here. Okay. See the cost of this Dell server. Can you see the cost? Can you see the price here? This Dell server is costing a company. It is actually starting from 12 lakh rupees. Yeah. It is starting from 12 lakh rupees. Is it 12 lakhs? Yes. So this server is starting at 12 lakh rupees. See, this is the server. It looks like this from inside. This is one processor, this is another processor, and we have some RAM slots and all those things. So you can just go there and you can check. So see why this much money a company have to spend for this server? Because this server has more hardware capabilities. See, there are 2 CPUs available here. Okay, so it has more hardware capabilities. So this server will cost you loads and loads of money. So what company have to do here is they have to go to any of this company like IBM, Dell, Toshiba, or whatever companies, and they need to bring a server from them, the server hardware. So let us imagine, or let us take a very rough example here. Let us say this server is costing you, let's say $6,000. How much? $6,000. A server hardware is costing you $6,000, means it is approximately 5 lakh Indian rupees. So you brought a server by spending 5 lakh Indian rupees. And then what you have to do, you have to bring the server operating system there. Okay. Then you have to run your application. Now, this is only one server, my friend. I can say this with 100% guarantee that there is no company where there is only one server available. That is literally not possible. A company cannot run their applications only on one server, because this server, maybe it is a web server. Okay, this is web server 1, but for backup purpose, we need to have web server 2, web server 3. Okay, then we have database server 1, database server 2, database server 3. Like this, we will take multiple servers. We will take many servers. Okay, one server is not at all sufficient. Okay, I'll show you some data center here. Let us see how these servers are arranged in a data center. See, this is some data center in some XYZ company. See here, friends, it's very simple here now. So this is a rack here. Okay, rack means it is something like a frame where you connect your devices. See, 1 server, 2 server, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, there are many servers here, right? So in this data center, there are totally 5 racks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are totally 5 racks. And in every rack, suppose there are totally 20 devices. So we have only 100 devices in this particular data center. Let us say 100 servers. So a company may need 100 servers, or they may need 70 servers, or they may need 350 servers, or they may need 1,000 servers. It depends on the size of the company. But go to any company, like I said, one server is not at all sufficient. So they need to bring many servers here. Now, the thing that we need to discuss carefully here is if they need, let us say, 100 servers, which is like a medium level company or maybe a bit lesser than a medium level company. So if they have, or if they need to take 100 servers, how much money they need to spend here? 100 multiplied by $6,000, right? Just do the calculation here, friends. 100 multiplied by 6,000. This is $6 lakh. It is not rupees. Let me just change into Indian rupees. $6 lakh multiplied by how much? 82, right? See here, my friend. A company is spending approximately 5 crore rupees to bring 100 servers, 100 physical machines. We are not talking about the server operating system here. We are simply talking about the server hardware. Everything over the internet is running on a server hardware. Just remember this forever. Everything, whichever website, whichever application, whichever site you are connected to it, you are connected to one particular server. So a company which needs 100 servers, they need to spend around 5 crore Indian rupees. 5 crore Indian rupees is some money, right? Now listen, taking a server is not sufficient now. You know, when you make a computer network, there are many things in a computer network. There are many devices involved in a computer network, like this. So what you see here is there are no servers here, first of all, but you know, there is something called router here. There is a firewall here. There is a switch, and there is a storage. So beside taking your 100 servers, we need to bring many switches, many routers, and a huge storage and some firewalls. We need to bring some more devices. So these devices will cost you again some crores of rupees. So what I'm trying to explain you here, friends, is when you run an application in a company, when a company is starting and they need to run an application, right? So to run an application, they need to build a computer network. And this computer network will cost them some crores and crores of rupees. While I can say lakhs and lakhs of dollars. So besides server, what they have to take here? Besides server, they have to take server OS. This is a server hardware. First server hardware, then server OS, then storage, then firewall, then router, switches, cables, and they need to take huge space there so that they can build their computer network. So these are the things that are involved there. Let me just show you a basic example here. You know how they start building a computer network. They will start building a computer network from very scratch. Of course, they need to start from very scratch here, right? See here, these people, they just started building a computer network, and you can see clearly there are many racks there. Okay, this is a rack again, and what they're doing in this rack, they are connecting some devices. As of now, you can see some switches there. So see, there are many racks here, many devices here, and they will add many more devices here. So the cost of your computer network is too big. I repeat, the cost of a computer network is too high actually. Now the cloud concept will come here. Now the cloud computing will come into the picture. I hope you understood these simple steps. I repeat again, to run any application, what we need to have? To run any application, we need to have a server operating system, and to run a server operating system, we need to have a server hardware. So what we have understood in last 20 minutes is server hardware is very costly. That is one thing, and we need many servers to run our application. One server is not sufficient. We need many servers. So the cost of your computer network will simply go very high. We need to spend crores and crores of Indian rupees so that we can run the application. Now, is there any guarantee that the application will be successful, your company will be successful, your business will be successful? No, my friend, there is no guarantee there, right? So if I ask you a question like how many games you know, how many online games you know, you may say like 2-3 names there. or 4 names or 5 names. But how many games are there over the internet? Just go and search, like say car racing games. Maybe in car racing games, maybe there are more than 50,000 games available. 50,000 games in 50,000 different companies. Every company is not successful there, right? Very few companies will be successful. So all these 50,000 people or 50,000 companies, they are spending huge money on their infrastructure, because gaming is an application that should be running on a server. So now the advantage here is, instead of taking a server hardware, instead of going to market and purchasing the server hardware, we have one more option here now. And that option here is virtual server. The previous server was a physical server and this is a virtual server now. Virtual server we can take from cloud. I repeat, there is a concept called virtual server that we can take from cloud. So what exactly is this virtual server now? Now, if I go and say like Amazon data center. Now see here, my friend. Just now I showed you a data center here, right? So this is the data center we have in a company. How many racks are there in this data center? There are totally 5 racks. But see, there is one more data center I'm showing you here. And this data center is somewhere in Amazon. And see the size of this data center, my friend. How many racks are there? Okay, let me just take a snipping tool here. Wait a second. Data center. Okay, so let me just open that in a best way. So this is the data center which is available in Amazon or some cloud provider. What you see here are racks. This is one rack which has many servers. Okay, so like this, see how many racks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are many racks, and see there is a big row here. There is a big row here, and this is only one side of your data center. This is not complete data center. So like this, if you go and connect to like Amazon data center, Google data center, Microsoft data center, there may have like some thousands of racks. This is one rack, and they may have thousands of racks, and in every rack they may have like 20 to 25 servers. How many servers, friends? They may have 20 to 25 servers. So just imagine how many servers they have and what is the size of that particular data center. Okay, so these are the data centers located in Amazon, Microsoft, okay, Google, and all these cloud providers. So these are known as cloud providers. Why Amazon people have built such a big data center which has some thousands of servers? Because they want to provide cloud services. You know what Amazon people will do? Amazon people will say, listen, you want to run your application? Yes, we want to run application, right? So to run an application, you need a server operating system and server hardware. So Amazon people is coming to us and they are saying, listen, to run your application, why you are spending money on your server hardware? That is too much money. No need to spend. Why you are spending money on your server operating system? That is too much money. No need to spend. Then my question will be, if I'm not spending money on hardware and operating system, how can I run my application? So now there is a solution. You know what these people will say? Amazon people, Microsoft, Google, all these cloud providers, they will say, come to us. We have data centers. Amazon people have data centers in multiple geographical locations. Like in India, they have data center in Hyderabad and Mumbai. So like this, they have data centers in multiple locations, and the data center is too big actually. You know, the cricket ground or the football ground, the actual football ground, the data center can be 5 times bigger than your football ground or an actual cricket ground. Just imagine, my friend, how big will be a cricket ground or a football ground. I'm saying Amazon data center can be 5 times or 7 times bigger than that particular cricket or football ground. And what they have in their Amazon data centers, they have all this infrastructure like routers. Okay, let's begin with the server hardware. server operating system, storage, firewall, router, switch, cables. They have all these things located in the data center. So they are saying we have each and everything available. So no need to worry about each and everything. No need to purchase anything. No need to buy anything. Come to us, use this infrastructure and pay according to your usage. So on day one, suppose imagine our company has spent 10 crore rupees, for example. It's a big company or medium level company. They spend this much money. 10 crore is some money, right? Now, if you go to cloud, if you connect yourself to cloud and if you run applications on cloud, instead of spending 10 crore rupees on day one, how much money you are spending now? You are spending $0 because in cloud, we are taking servers and server operating system and storage and everything on, like say rent or like say lease. So if you want to take something on rent or lease, you're not constructing this building, right? You're not constructing that particular house. The house is already constructed by someone. You just pay some money and you're using that particular house or particular property on lease or rent. Which is more easier, friends? Constructing a house is easier, just taking the house which is already constructed. Obviously, the house which is already constructed, it is more easier to take that particular house, right? So the same concept applies here. Cloud computing is a concept where big companies like, let me just name the companies, Amazon, Microsoft, Google. I'm just naming the three biggest companies. We have many more companies like IBM, Alibaba, Cisco, and there are many more companies. So these companies are providing cloud computing services, and these companies are saying, we have the data centers available. Come to us, use our data centers and run your applications. So there is no need for us to bring any server hardware. There is no need for us to make connections or configure, troubleshoot. No need to take big space there. No need to maintain the power backup. No need to maintain the ACs and the cooling system. There is absolutely no need to worry about all those things. We can simply run our application there. This is what cloud computing is all about. This is the reason why companies are liking this cloud computing concept. I'll take a very non-technical example. If you go back like 30 years before, whenever there is a marriage in your family or neighborhood, what we used to do 30 years before? If there is a marriage, we used to make this marriage somewhere near our home only, right? Somewhere near our house. So we need to bring each and everything. Relatives used to come, we used to provide some space to them. We used to bring each and everything for them. But as of now, we have marriage function hall. What we do, we just book a function hall for a day and everything is available in that function hall. We just go and we do the marriage ceremony, everything, and we just go home within a day. Now things have become more easier, right? 30 years before, marriage was a big affair, like 1 week, 2 weeks, people used to spend that much time because there were a lot of activities to be done. But now just go to a function hall and attend the marriage or conduct the marriage and simply you can go home. So this function hall is something like your cloud, my friend. So what is there in cloud? Everything is already there. We are not constructing, we are not building anything here, my friend. Everything is already there. We just need to go there and we need to connect and use the resources. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll show a very practical example to you. The practical example that I'll show here is I'll run an application now. I will run a web server. I'll create a web server. See, I'm sitting in my home. I don't have any server here. I don't have any server operating system here. Okay, I don't have any storage. I don't have any firewall. I have nothing. But you know what I have? I have an account in my cloud. Sorry, guys. I hope you can see now. By mistake, I just click the other button there. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I'll just go with a account. See, I have already created an Amazon account. In coming classes, I'll show you how to create this account. So I just need to sign in here. So by using my account credentials, I can sign in. What I'm doing here, friends, like I said, I'm just creating a web server for you. Where I'm creating this web server, I'm creating this web server over the cloud. I don't have any I think I entered an incorrect password there. There's a reason it is asking me to enter the captcha. So again, I need to re-enter the password. So it is like accessing your Gmail account or Facebook account. You just need to have your username and password. Okay, what is that? 41, I guess. Let me just refresh this. Okay. I'll be creating a website within next 2 minutes, or let us say within next 30 to 40 seconds. I'm not explaining what I'm doing here, but I can just say that I have connected to the Amazon web server or Amazon data center actually. And in this Amazon data center, I can launch a web server. So let me just go to the EC2 machine. I'm not explaining anything. It will take at least 2 weeks for me to explain all these things, what is here. Okay, what is this EBS, what is image, what is network security, load balance, auto scaling. It will take loads and loads of time for me to explain. So as of now, I'm just launching a server here. Let's say server name is test web server. Okay, so key pair is Singapore key pair. And network settings, I'll be selecting some settings here. Again, please excuse me for all these things. You have no idea right now what I'm doing. I just want to show you how easy it is for us to, wait a second, to create a web server. Okay, test web, some key pair. I'm just allowing some services here. Okay, some configuration I'm doing here, friends. No need to worry again what I'm doing here. I'll just go to this advanced details and I'll make a web server here. But remember, I told you all these things we will see in coming sessions in great detail. So just relax and just try to see a very simple demo. How easy it is now for any company to run their applications over the cloud without worrying about the infrastructure. The main thing here is the infrastructure. Done? Okay, to make things interesting, I'll use your names. So I'll go with Siva, Akash, Shahid, Nagarjuna, Sumit, Shakeel. I'm just using some of your names here. And what should I add here? Let's say John Cena, Virat Kohli. And what is the date today? April 8th. Whatever I have written here, this is actually my website content. Our names, and with our names, I have added John Cena, Virat Kohli, and I have added the date here as April 8th. So I am creating a website with this content. Okay. Now see here, I'm just saying launch instance here. So once I say launch instance, within next 5 to 10 seconds, the instance will be successfully launched. See how much time it took me to create a web server? It took around 30 seconds. I just need to wait for another 10 seconds actually before I start accessing that web server. It is still showing pending. So hopefully within like 5 seconds, it will be ready. Now see, it is running here now. My web server is created successfully without having any server hardware, without having any server operating system, without having any, storage or anything. I'm in my home, but I can still create a web server, or I can run any application over the cloud within some seconds, or within some minutes actually, if not seconds, within some minutes. Now let us see whether I can access this web server or not. Can you see there is a public IP address here, 3.0.104.28. Don't worry about this IP address again. We will see IP in great details in coming sessions. I just go there. I'll just paste the IP, same IP. I'm able to access the website here. Shiva, Akash, Shahid. You can see all the names here. I have written most of your names, right? Now I'll do one thing. I'm just entering this IP address in your chat box. Please try to enter this IP address in your browser and tell me whether you can access this website or not. See, when I say website, it should be accessible from internet from anywhere, right? So I just created a website. Now tell me whether you can access this or not, and tell me from which city you are accessing that website. Three dot 0.104.28. Access this and kindly tell me from where exactly, from which city you are connecting to this session. Like I said, friends, the session should be interactive. If it is interactive, that will be great advantage for everyone actually. Okay, so I'm expecting more questions. I'm expecting at least some questions today, and every day I'm expecting more and more questions from the topic that we are discussing on that particular day. Anyone, please? Anyone access this website?
Yes, I have access.
Okay, Shahid, you are able to access. From which city you are joining this session, Shahid?
Uh, from OCJA. It is in UP state.
Okay, fine. So you are accessing this web server from, see what I'm trying to show you here is, I am sitting in Hyderabad, and this server which is running here, I have started running this server in Singapore actually. AWS people have a Singapore region. So this web server is running in this Singapore region. So my web server is running in Singapore now. I don't need to worry about the location. I just need to see whether my application is running or not. Okay. So I hope all the other people are able to access this server because it is running over the cloud. This is so easy now. Like I said you before, to run anything, we need to make a huge infrastructure. The old traditional way is we need to make a huge infrastructure and then we need to run each and everything on that infrastructure. Bringing server hardware, server operating system, storage, okay, firewalls, routers, switches, cables, AC, backup power. There are like many issues we used to have. But now, because of this cloud, we are simply running our applications on cloud, and the cloud provider is managing our storage, our servers, our networking connections, our cables, our backup, okay, our cooling system. They are managing everything, and they are simply allowing us to run the application, and we can pay according to our usage. This is your cloud computing, my friend. Okay, now in case I feel okay, I don't need this server anymore, so I can select this server. I can go to this option here. I can say terminate instance. So once I say terminate instance now, the instance will be deleted permanently. So I cannot access that web server now. So it is showing shutting down here. Very soon it will be permanently deleted. Got it? So at any given time, you can add the services. At any given time, you can remove the services. This is the beautiful concept of cloud computing, my friend. At any given time, you can run your applications and servers, and at any given time, you can delete your applications and servers. Now, see, it is showing us terminates. So the web server that we have created like 30 seconds before, that web server is deleted completely now. Permanently, it is deleted. Again, if you want to create a web server, you can simply go there and create a web server. Done. This is what cloud computing is all about, my friend. So no need to worry about your on-premise physical infrastructure. We can just take everything on cloud. Now, before we move, let me just add something here. See, friends, every class is recorded here. Each session will be provided to you. Starting 2-3 sessions will be available on YouTube, but after that, people who register for this course, they will get all the other recording classes. Only 2 to 3 sessions will be available on YouTube. Okay. Then, running notes. What I have to do here, whenever I take a topic, say, for example, Whenever I take a topic, I need to take a topic in such a way that, for example, if I go to this previous batch, see, I have to explain all these things to you in a theoretical way as well as in a diagrammatical way. Then I need to explain things practically. So I have to make all these diagrams and make things more easier for you. Okay, so this is some cloud somewhere. So there was some lab there. So I have showed them that lab in that particular order. So running notes will be provided. Okay, I'll provide some interview questions and answers. Okay, and the duration is 40 days and fee is just 5,000 Indian rupees. Okay, and we will see many things like I said you, we will see some details of Windows servers. Remember, I told you this is my experience. So we need to go with some Windows server concepts, some networking concepts, Linux concept, security concept, virtualization. Actually, in cloud computing, you should know all these things actually. If not complete administration, you should know some basics because every topic in cloud is related to either virtualization or security or Linux or Windows and networks. So, I feel lucky in a way because in my career, I have gone through all these things. So cloud is much more easier for me. I have not started my career from cloud actually. I started my career way back in 2007 from the Windows and networks and all those things. So everything is paying off for me. Everything is coming again back to me in the form of cloud computing. So whatever you need, whatever things you need, I'll be, covering here. And we will go from the very basics. I'm not sure from what background you people are here. Imagine someone is from BCom background or mechanical background, or someone has done MBA in marketing. So if you're from marketing background, sales background, accounts background, finance background, IT background, from whichever background you're here, my friend, there is absolutely no need for you to worry, because the course that we are going to learn here, we will start everything from basics and we will go up to the advanced level. Okay, so everything will be from very basics and we will go up to the advanced level. So this is what cloud is all about. So we need to spend around 40 to 45 days so that we can understand cloud, we can learn cloud, and we'll be in a position to work in a company and face the interviews and all those things. I'll say one thing before I take any questions from you. I'll just say one thing. If you people have already decided to go with cloud computing as your career, I repeat, if you people have already decided to go with cloud computing as your career, I'll tell you one thing. You have selected a very great career for yourself. Cloud is present, cloud is future and future and future. Cloud will simply grow. Cloud will simply improve. There is no looking back. These data centers, which I showed you in a company, this is a very painful job for a company. They need to bring huge infrastructure there. But the same infrastructure is provided by some other company with less amount, with very less amount. So that's a huge advantage, right? Like remember, we took the example of function halls. Now function halls will keep on increasing. Can you say like, will there be a day where, there are no function halls? Everyone is getting married in their home or near their home, in their street or in their gully, what we say gully. That's literally not possible, right? So function halls will grow. Just imagine in last 20 years, how many function halls came. So cloud will simply grow. If I say a company like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, these three companies are providing cloud computing services. Now, please tell me any bigger company than Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. If these three biggest company on the face of the earth are providing cloud services, so just imagine how big these companies are there and how big is the cloud computing services. So I'll just repeat one thing. Cloud is a process where the data center, the infrastructure is available at some other location. Some other company people are managing the infrastructure. We just need to keep our data there, or we just need to run our applications there by paying some amount. So other things will be taken care by them. We just need to worry about data and application. So every company will like this concept and every company is moving. Many have already moved into cloud and many companies are moving into cloud. So the requirement of cloud administrators are very, very high. Of course, it will be high because, you cannot simply ignore the advantages of clouds. Okay, friends, that's it from me for today. Okay, this was a very basic webinar. I hope you understood what we have discussed here. I'm here for like some more time. If you have any questions and doubts regarding today's session, feel free to send your questions. Feel free to clear your questions, my friend. See, like I said you before, the best advantage you can have in a live session is you can interact with the trainer. Now over to you, friends. If you have any doubts or questions, we will see, or else we'll stop the session. And one more thing, this session will be starting from Monday actually. New batch is there on Monday at 10 a.m. This was just a webinar. From Monday, we will start some demos. Couple of classes will be there where I'll take you through more details of cloud computing. So you can join on Monday again at 10 a.m. They will share a link with you. And yeah, you can see like what we are going to learn in cloud in more details on Monday. Okay, so that's it from me. I'm here for 2 minutes. Yeah, anyone?
Hi, hi, Mom.
I have one question.
Yeah, Sumit.
Can we clear the certification exam by doing this course?
Is it Shahid?
Yeah, this is sure.
Okay, fine. See, certification is the easiest thing you do, my friend. So after completing this is actually a job-oriented course. Job-oriented course means we are preparing you for, let me just add here, interview. We are preparing you for job. Certification is a different thing. Certification, see, without learning anything also you can do certification. I repeat, without learning anything, you can do certification. You know how that is possible? If I tell you, right, suppose there are 350 questions and answers. Okay, just go home and prepare these 350 questions and answers. These are multiple choice questions and answers. Okay, prepare these multiple choice questions and answers and go to exam. In examination, let us say 55 to 60 questions will come. And my friend, all these 55 to 60 questions will come from these 350 questions. All these 55 to 60 questions will come from these 350 questions. This is the way to write your examination. So just don't worry about certification, my friend. Worry about learning, facing the interview and working. This is what we will be concentrating more here. Like I said, your certification is the easiest thing you do. Hopefully in coming classes, I'll share more details of certifications, like how you can go with certification. I am saying if someone is providing 350 questions to you, listen carefully, please. Someone is providing 350 questions and answers. These are multiple choice questions and answers. And they are saying, just prepare this 350 questions and answers and go to examination. Now, in examination, all the 50, 55, 60 questions will come from here. It's not a big deal, right? Certification should not be on your list. Learning the technology, understanding the technology, understanding what questions will come in the technology, and knowing what to do in the job. These are the things it should be there. So I'll be majorly focusing on this 4. Again, I'm repeating, certification is the easiest thing you do. No need to worry about certification because you already have questions. We just need to see the questions, prepare these questions. From these questions, only the examination questions will come.
Okay. So actually, as a data engineer, I need more focus on EMR and glue job. So will you be going to discuss this topic as well?
As a data engineer, you need to focus more on
glue job and EMR S3.
Okay, S3 and all those things we are going to cover. See, in the chat box, just go and see. They have already provided the list, the demo link, as well as they have provided the content also.
Actually,
Okay.
I had gone through that.
Yeah.
But I didn't found the glue job and EMR in that.
Exactly. It will not be available, my friend. Those are like specialist jobs. Those are like specialized courses. First, you need to learn the administration part. Then you can go with any of these specialized things. Like if I go to my AWS account here, AWS is providing many services. See, all these are the services they are providing you. So what we are going to learn here majorly is EC2, VPC, IAM, S3. I'm just saying these are the 4 major services. Internally, we have many more. Like if I go to this EC2, what I can see here, instances, images, EBS, network and security, load balance, auto scaling. So if you go to like EBS, again, we have some services, networking, we have again some services. So this is under EC2. So majorly we are learning about 4 services, that is EC2, IAM, S3 and VPC. Those specialized things, once you finish this, then you can go with those specialized things. How to go with these specialized things, we will see hopefully after completing the course or at the end of the course. But no, we are not, no one is going to train you on those topics, my friend. They are specialized courses. This is the administration course.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, Sumit, any question from your side? Or any question from any other person?
Hello, Mohammed.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say, I have to create one website. Let's say that is a water plant website. And I want to run that website in this AWS cloud. AWS, okay. So do I need to go through that the provider who provide domain names and server?
Of course,
Will
you
they?
have to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, of course, you have to take the domain name. You have to register your domain name. I just created a very simple website here. But you have to go through the domain name. You have to register your domain name in DNS, or in our AWS also we have a service called Route 53. So here also we can register the domain name. So of course you have to register. Domain name is like your name that you are using over the internet, which should be a unique name. That is what domain name is all about. So you have to register everything.
But do we need to buy a server there?
No.
Because we are no need.
No need. We are not buying the server. There's the actually difference between your on-premise network and the cloud. Servers will be there with them. They will be managing everything for us. We are just buying the name and we are taking a virtual environment there. That's it.
But is many website is available on this AWS cloud instead of that using that other cloud companies?
See, as of now, the number 1 cloud provider is AWS, then it is Microsoft, then it is Google. These are the 3 market leaders. Like if I ask you a mobile phone company, you may say like iPhone and Samsung are the market leaders across the globe, right? But beside them, there are many more companies, right? But as of now, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, these are the 3 market leaders. Amazon is the oldest one. Amazon have many services. Amazon have huge data centers. Amazon have better uh, Amazon have data centers in many locations compared to Microsoft and Azure. So they have the upper hand. Okay. So in case if a company is willing to go with Microsoft, that option is always open, or Google or Alibaba, IBM, all these options are open. We are learning cloud concept, and then we will be entering into the Amazon cloud. This is a course related with AWS, right? So Amazon Web Services. So starting 1 week of sessions, whatever we are learning, it is all related to cloud. It is related to with Microsoft, Google, IBM, everything. So once we cover all the things that we need to cover from cloud, then we will go into only Amazon cloud, because this course is designed only for Amazon cloud. Okay.
Fine.
But one thing I need to add here, in next 6 months, see, you cannot learn things in 1 week or 1 month or 40 days. In next 6 months, if you can crack in the sense, if you can learn AWS, Microsoft and Google, you're increasing your chances of getting a job up to like 95%, my friend. Once you finish AWS, theoretically or concept wise, Microsoft and Google will be same. Console wise, they will be different. So my suggestion will be, after completing AWS, just take some videos from somewhere or just go through some documents of Microsoft and Google, and you will be in, you're increasing the chances of getting a job up to like 95 or maybe 97%. That will be a huge advantage for you. So plan for 6 months. No need to plan for only 1 month or 2 months. And no need to be like, stuck with only Amazon. Just go with the other things also. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I'm, expecting this sort of sessions every day. Every day question should be there. Every day you should be, interacting with me. I'll be asking some questions. You'll be asking some questions. So this way we can make things interesting and things, uh, the learning process should be much better.
Shakeel,
Yeah.
one more question. Will it be beneficial for me? Because mainly I will be using Amazon EMR and GlueJob in my work.
Okay, see, if you want to go with the administration part, then this is the best course for you. But if you want to go with those specialized courses, like I said you before, first you should learn the administration part, then you should learn those specialized courses. So now it's up to you to decide, my friend, whether this. See, whenever you learn AWS, wherever you learn AWS, this will be the things actually.
I know these are the services, but actually, as a data engineer, these are not required. All the services are not required.
Yeah, but in administration, we cannot selectively train people on the different platform. These services are common for data engineer, artificial intelligence people, developers, programmers. These are the services which are common for everyone. Okay, one service may be like more useful for data engineer, one service may be more useful for like programmer. So this is the administration course, right? So in administration, we'll be trying to cover the topics which are related to all these fields.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, friends. So that's it for the day. That's it for the webinar. And like I said, we will be starting sessions from Monday at 10 a.m. Thanks a lot, friends. Thanks a lot for watching. And for the details, you can simply contact the DURGASOFT people and they will hopefully guide you in all the ways possible. So that's it for the day. And thanks again for joining. Take care, guys. Bye.